Men are wired to be programmed basically through
Good morning, Manosphere. It's Friday.
I dance every day, all day long. I never stop. Nothing else matters. Everything else is bullshit.
Rise and grind, gentlemen. Coffee's brewing, sun's up. Time for your daily dose. Don't forget your red pill vitamins. One a day, no skipping. Keeps the delusion out and the clarity in. We got 2 segments for you this morning. First up, a former Russian intelligence operative explains how she conditions men on the record on a major podcast. Gentlemen, take notes. Not to use this, but to recognize it. Runner-up, the male version of the same playbook, straight out of a sitcom joke that turned out to be real. 2 segments, 2 reality checks. Let's get into it.
Ain't that a man?
This hit me. I could create an emotional bond so strong that they would confide secrets they've never told another soul and thank me for the privilege.
Oh my God. This would be very sexy. I have to warn you. Men are wired to be programmed basically through sex because the whole man energy, the whole nature of man is basically to live as much gene in this world.
To have a lot of sex. I'm just gonna say it.
Kind of.
I could be that little voice in your head.
They just want to fuck. Okay. All right. So, how to make your man to stay loyal to you, knowing all that, or how to make man to be more successful. For example, your partner, right? To be more successful, to go ahead and build more businesses, to be more wealthy and just to be the best. How to do this? Female energy coming from this main chakra is actually the energy which provides for man. Men, in reality, they only take energy from women.
Oh.
And particularly through
feels
sex.
about right. They take our energy.
Particular from sex. So that's why sex is so important. And you know it.
Listen carefully to what she's describing here. The objective isn't simply to make somebody attracted to you. It's to create an emotional association so powerful that the person begins responding automatically. And that's the part men need to understand. Attraction and manipulation can look remarkably similar from the inside. You can feel an incredibly strong connection with somebody and still have no idea how much of that connection was deliberately engineered. That's why awareness matters. You don't have to become paranoid. You just need to understand that chemistry doesn't automatically prove authenticity.
When men have just ejaculation, but with somebody who is just there, like a body, they wouldn't get that energy.
Like a one-night stand type thing.
Exactly. They would even feel drained and empty, right? I'm not talking about 2 young boys in their 20s because it's a little bit different.
Oh,
They're
that's
still
true.
looking for themselves. I'm talking about a mature man. So mature man, mentally healthy man, he wants to have a female partner who is strong enough with your feminine energy because that's what will feed himself, his energy, and also nurture him and support him when he has doubts about what if these businesses are not going good, should I do this, should I do not? And then he asks, do you think Lisa, should I do this? What's your gut feeling? And you're you know what, Tom, I believe in you. You did it so many times. I believe in you. You can do it. Come on. I'm here for you. You can do it. This is everything he needs. What man needs is just this, a moral support. So he feels I'm alpha male. I can do it. I'll go. I'll conquer the world. I'll do it for her because I love her, because she believes in me.
Because she believes in me. Sit with that line. This confirms exactly what Esther Vilar wrote 50 years ago in the manipulated man. A man wants to be praised. He basically wants a cheerleader. That's part of the actual energy men need from a woman in a relationship. And it's real. It's not made up. But here's the part that matters. This former spy just confirmed, same as Villar did decades earlier, that this isn't instinct on her end. It's trained deliberately as a technique. The need is real. The delivery of it being weaponized is the part you need to see coming.
So, when you say exactly the same during his ejaculation, imagine how powerful it becomes for him. Because you're literally placing an anchor into his brain through exactly that private part of the body, which is the most important for any man. And which is the most powerful moment is
When he's
an orgasm. So when you look into your partner's eyes during that moment and you tell him, not just I love you, I believe in you, you can do everything, I'm always here to support you, this is a huge motivation for his success. If you tell him during that moment, from the position we, it's not you, so you connect yourself with him. We are the power couple. We can do it together. It's you connecting yourself to him and you create this yin and yang, this like couple. You are the power. Without you, he's nothing. You know what Josefina said to Napoleon when he was like, should I, what should I do? Should I like take you as a wife or whatever? She said to him, you are nothing without me. And he loved her till her.
That almost feels like the opposite of what you said, of like, you can do it, you're the man. Obviously,
This is only for if he has doubts and he needs success in the business.
Got it, okay.
Yes. If he has like, I don't believe in this, I don't believe like, I need to do more, I need to learn more, I need to, well, like these self-doubts, you're the best. I
Got
believe
it,
in you.
okay.
This is pure gold. This woman's face is serious. She just explained how to take advantage of an insecure man. An insecure man is not the captain of his ship, and he is looking for leadership. A woman who recognizes this can use it to her advantage. And she just told you on record that she does. Her face doesn't lie either.
Makes
If
sense.
you want to connect yourself and you like want you to be together, building businesses together, we will conquer the world together, like this yin and yang. Okay? If you want him to stay loyal and never get aroused with any other women, there is another technique. Oh God. But this should be done a few times because when you just place one anchor, sometimes it may be too weak. So you need to at least like 5 times, maybe a little bit more. You should do it regularly.
Right.
So if you would like your partner, your husband to stay loyal, then in this case, during the ejaculation, again, looking into the eyes and tell him literally, I am the best woman in your life.
Oh.
Only with me you come so strong. Only with me you get so hard. Only with me you get the best sex. Only with me. I'm the only one woman in your life giving you such a high pleasure. Okay? This stays. Only me. If he needs to travel for a business meeting and you want to make sure. All right?
Yeah, that he's faithful.
Yes. Also, what I would suggest, anchors are many, like there's so many different varieties, but also important here, if you can, place an anchor on his body now. So you can find any place, preferably not arms and shoulders, maybe neck, maybe ear, because this is very private. So you can kiss it or slightly bite it and tell or whisper these words to him. So this is your anchor. And then next time you do the same and next time you do the same. And then when you would need, for example, him to get aroused or like to listen to you or do something for you, you do exactly you touch or you press or you kiss or you bite this anchor, which is, for example, his ear.
And there it is. The physical interaction becomes the anchor. Repetition strengthens the association, and eventually the trigger can be activated outside the original situation. Gentlemen, that's a completely different way of looking at attraction. We tend to think, she makes me feel this way because there's something special between us. Maybe. But if somebody is deliberately manufacturing the emotional response, the feeling is real, even if the reason behind the feeling isn't. That's the vulnerability. You don't need to know every manipulation tactic on earth. Just remember this: strong feelings are not automatically evidence of good intentions. And gentlemen, be honest, you're never going to hear ear the same way again. Next time she bites it, some tiny part of your brain is going to go, wait, is this affection or am I being programmed right now? Let's move to the next segment.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So one of the characters in the show essentially went through the pickup artistry loop. And if you're familiar with that, in essence, it's teaching men who are usually not very confident, not very competent when it comes to approaching women, how to do so. And it's with the intent of creating bed notches, right? Of getting people to sleep with you, getting people to submit to you. And it's all about masking your true self and disguising who you really are in order to appear like this larger than life version of self. And again, not designed to bring out the best in others, but to get the best out of others while giving the least of yourself. So that's the heart of manipulation. And so in this TV show, he goes to this player boot camp and he comes out with something called the Dennis theory. And it's disguised as a joke, but I actually think that this is such a very important formula for women, especially to understand and be able to spot the signs of. So it goes like this. D is for demonstrate value. So a good seducer off the top is going to initially show why you need them in your life, right? Whether that is to make you laugh, to buy you something nice, to give you compliments, to make you feel, again, like you're living in your highest potential. Demonstrating value essentially says, like, I'm additive to your life, and with me around, you're gonna be better off. Now, the very next thing they're gonna do is to engage physically. And engage physically essentially means go after whatever it is they were initially looking for. So in D, it seems like it's an altruistic, interaction. I just really wanted to help you. I just really wanted to compliment you. But the truth of the matter is they were having E in mind the entire time. Here's what I actually want out of you. I want sex, or I want money, or I want for you to invest in my campaign, whatever it is.
Here's what makes this useful. The first move looks completely harmless. Someone is charming, generous, complimentary, helpful. You're thinking, wow, this person really likes me. But if the entire interaction is ultimately designed to extract something from you, the generosity wasn't really generosity. It was an investment. And the biggest trap is thinking, I'd never fall for that. Because now your ego has entered the chat. The smarter question isn't, am I too intelligent to be manipulated? It's, what does this person actually want from me?
Less savvy manipulators will skip over engage physically and go straight to end nurture dependence because they believe they have to really put the work in order for you to be hooked onto their line. The truth of the matter is, once I've gotten something out of you that you seem is valuable, you're going to be more likely to stick around for the end of this process because now you've invested something and you want to see a return on your investment. And especially people who say, I would never be played. Those are ripe for the picking when it comes to people that you want to manipulate because they will go to the ends of the earth to prove that they weren't manipulated, even though the evidence is very clear early on. So a good manipulator is going to try to transact as soon as possible. So they're going to engage physically or get what they're actually looking for out of you. Then you go to N, which is nurture dependence, and that's creating habit. Nothing creates an addiction like an inconsistent reward. So in essence, I'm gonna call you every day at 4 p.m. I know you wrap your podcast at 4 p.m. Lisa, girl, how was your podcast today? How was your guest? You tell me, we have a debrief. I'm really engaged. I'm really listening to you. Amazing. The next day, 4 p.m. The next day, 4 p.m. The next day, 4 p.m. Now a week goes by and then I miss a Wednesday. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's strange. They usually call at 4 p.m. That's a little odd. If I call again the next day at 4, okay, relief is back. Normalcy is returned, so that feels really good. So nurture dependence is really important. But then that goes along with neglect. So once again, that dependence has been nurtured, it's the neglect component. And that goes again, the inconsistent reward. There was actually this experiment that they did with rats where they had rats in a cage and once in a while they would put them through a maze, an opportunity to see a new environment, to explore. And so if they put the rats through the maze and there was a lever there where they could press to get food, if they pressed the lever and got food, they'd get their food and then continue to explore, live their life, do their thing, whatever, come back whenever they were hungry. But if that lever provided food sometimes and sometimes it didn't, the rat would spend the entire time in the maze just pressing that lever. So again, that neglect is really important to getting people into that addictive cycle.
And this is where the system gets nasty because now we're talking about conditioning. The inconsistent reward is what keeps the person engaged. You don't know when the attention is coming, so you keep checking, waiting, and investing. And gentlemen, if you've ever dealt with someone who is affectionate on Monday, disappears Wednesday, then comes back Friday like nothing happened, congratulations. You've met the lever. The lesson isn't that humans are rats. It's that intermittent rewards can reinforce persistent behavior. Don't become emotionally dependent on an unpredictable reward. If someone's attention has you constantly wondering what you need to do to get the next hit, step back and look at the pattern. You might not be building a relationship. You might be trapped in a behavioral loop.
So demonstrate value, engage physically, nurture dependence, then we neglect to create that inconsistent reward. And then once we get to a place where the lever's kind of giving no hope, I've pressed a few times, I'm not getting the reaction, maybe at this point I'm thinking of moving on, it's broken. Then you come back in and you inspire hope. That's I. And that also allows the person to not feel crazy. Because what also happens too with love bombing, right? When somebody's providing all of this attention and all this time in the beginning, and then they take it away once we've gotten more time with them, we take that personal. And now our ego gets involved. Well, wait a second. You thought I was so great before, and now all of a sudden you're pulling back. I have to invest more to show you why it's worthwhile. And you know about the sunk cost fallacy, right? Once you've made a big investment in something and it's not working out, you're actually more likely to make more investments because you're desperately trying to get a return back. But the truth of the matter is that manipulator knows that as long as they keep you at a deficit, you will stay in this cycle. And then after inspire hope, it goes to separate entirely. And that might seem counterintuitive because it's like, okay, you have someone on the line now. Why would you separate? It's because you need time to get somebody else into the cycle. Maybe you want to explore their options. And then also too, when you separate entirely without any explanation, it makes it a lot more simple to come back into that person's life a few months later and demonstrate value. And now that you're even more vulnerable, your confidence is lower, you're even more ripe for the picking for a manipulator.
And notice the final move, separation. That's what makes the whole cycle so effective. You don't necessarily need to keep somebody around permanently. You can disappear, let the investment and uncertainty do their work, and potentially return later. So here's the takeaway for men. Don't measure somebody's interest by how intensely they pursue you at their best. Measure it by the pattern they create over time. Consistency tells you far more than chemistry, because anyone can create a moment. Character creates a pattern, and that's really the lesson buried underneath all of this. You don't have to become a pickup artist, a spy, or a human lie detector. Just stop ignoring patterns because you like the person creating them. Listen to all, follow none.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.